Coming at you from a nice April morning. We got just enough snow to make a mess last night. Here to talk about the video today. It's a little all over the place. I was pretty irritated in this video because of the weather. It took place over a couple of days. I switched from logging to working on the sawmill to logging to working on the sawmill. It might be tough to watch, I'm not sure. It was tough to edit. I had to edit out some swear words and it was not good. So hopefully you can enjoy it anyway. I promise there won't just be a string of logging videos. I am gonna get to some cutting here pretty soon. Hopefully in the next one. So enjoy. Well, it looks like I need to pick up some of my mess from before here. There's a tree over here that I want because it's large enough to get my next big beam out of. I don't need this anymore. I'm honestly really concerned about driving through this right here. This saw pole. I can hear the ground crunching in different places where there's still frost. I don't want to punch through in that tractor and just get lost. Midway through hooking up that grapple bucket, I realized I don't think I'm gonna move that stuff. I think I'm just gonna pretend like those logs aren't there, cut the tree down, hook onto the various sections with cable and just try to pull them right out through here. They're gonna be covered in mud anyway, so what difference does that make? Like I'm anxious for the ground to dry up, but at the same time I don't think it's really even started getting muddy yet. All the frost isn't out yet. Once that happens, it's really going to be a mess. Well, let's cut a tree down with my new vinyl. I do. I think it's clever. While I'm not looking forward to dragging that log through this, I think it's going to be the best way in the long run without getting the tractor mired. So we're going to cut this big guy here. There's one kind of wrapped around the back of it too, but I never realized it before. I'm ready to cut this tree down. I knew there was one intertwined around the back of it. It's not a hemlock. The hemlock, this is a hemlock in the front, but on the back here it appears to be a maple tree. That's crazy. Did you boil that down and make sap? Should I taste it? Oh God. We're gonna have to. Can't imagine it's good. I do believe that would make sap. It's watery, but it does have a tinge of yeah. What a waste. I feel like a jerk now. Man, it is pouring out of there. I could have had like a serving size by now. Oh well, this thing's in progress of being cut, and it's kind of dangerous, so let me get this thing down. Well, that was dramatic. I don't think this one's gonna fall the way I want it to. I think it's gonna want to go that way, and that really sucks. But I think it's too big to fight. I don't know. What do you think? Hard to tell. Does go back over at the top. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it, I guess. Worst case, it goes the wrong way. Just try not to pinch my bar, I guess. That was a fail. I don't know. She's a big tree. Might be out of my league on this one. Wow, those are both sunk in there and it's not wanting to go yet. So I don't know what to do. Probably should have more wedges, I'd say. I might have to cut under those. Back as dull as they come. That's about all I got, friends. Wonder if I've bitten off more than I can chew here this time. Try cutting that hinge a bit more. I'll just risk it going over backwards then. Yeah, I don't dare to do any more than that. I don't know what to do. I've lifted that much and it still doesn't want to go. Goodness gracious. If I can cut some sort of a wooden wedge to put in there, but I don't really have any good seasoned hardwood. I guess I can try to cut something out of this piece of wet maple. It's worth a shot. It's a kind of wedge, I guess. I can imagine it'll be real good. Sorry, breaking. No shot. I may have to try to tug it over with the tractor, I guess. That's dicey and hard to get high enough. Oh, the things we do for lumber. That was a joke. And they're jammed in there good. drive those in there further. It just doesn't want to do it. I should have known. I need one of those Porta Power hydraulic doodads. Might as well shove this one in there. Come on, guy. Just a little breeze or something. Give me a breeze. It's hot. Whew. Don't be stubborn like me. It isn't worth it. Well, let me see if I can come up with a plan. I'm gonna leave this recording just in case. We're gonna have to try to do something with the cable. I don't know if I could get it high enough to ever make a difference. I'm kind of stepping this stump here. It's a step. Okay. Well, if it goes now, I'm in a mess. Well, that's pretty weak. Wow, that strap just fits around that. Alright, that's higher than I thought I would get it. Okay, I'm gonna go give it a tug. Don't know if I dare leave this camera back here. This could be our goodbye. You survived. You know the worst part of this is, I don't even know if we're gonna get any decent wood out of this. Well, let's limb some trees, my favorite thing ever. Some of these are so big, you have to cut them into pieces to even be able to move them. I'm just about beat. I haven't even been at it that long. This might be a continuation for tomorrow. Let me move some of this brush. Yes, we're going to start another burn pile. There's already one there. Oh, it's still connected. Sad to be dealing with all of this by hand. There's no way I'm driving the tractor over here. I'll lose it. It'll be just like quicksand. I could use that for firewood, but I'm not going to. That means I'd have to handle it more. I think I've had enough. Well, rather than guess, I'm going to measure to where these feet are on the sawmill. Try to get the ground nice and flat where those sit. So if I want this a foot from the wall, it's 34 to the first one. Oh, I just broke my friggin' pencil. Cheap Home Depot crap. I think these are 4 feet apart-ish. 189 and a half. 142. Well, I'm gonna make a bit of a story pole to figure out where the feet of the sawmill go, so I can just get those spots perfect. This piece is not long enough. Well, I gotta get this spaced from the end. Basically, from the wall to the end of the 6x6s on the mill is 34 inches. Something like that. Where we can start off from. Wet wood doesn't mark very good. Alright, so I'm gonna mark 189 and a half on another piece that I laid down over here. This probably isn't gonna make a whole lot of sense. I'm just working through it myself here, so I've got one of those cheapo laser levels, but man, that thing is more than useless. You almost have to use it at night. I know it's meant to be used inside, but I don't ever use stuff correctly, I don't think. Flip that over actually. I'm wondering if I should string it up. The laser level's so dim. Nothing's easy. Yeah, let's do it. Put a nice level ledger board over here, and then I'll do something similar on the other end and run a string. That ain't gonna be any good either. I quit. I almost need to come down here after dark. Need one of those fancy pants laser levels. I've got an old school optical sight level, but that's kind of hard to use by yourself. Don't know if you can hear that wondrous noise in the background. We are running on a generator. Well, that's not very level. Take that level. It'll be good enough though. All right, I turned the laser on. I just need to be able to see it like once. I'm gonna have to like make a shadow with my body, I think. Should be. Oh, okay, I can see it. Nice. So I can just measure. Looks like it's 10 3/8 from the top of this. So I make whatever I put up over there 10 3/8 down from the laser line. I've got the laser mounted to the wall over here. They use it to level up the mill. All right, let me figure something out over here. Everything wants to fall as soon as you start hitting it. At least now it can fall on my head. Ow! Drill to the dome. I could nail it right to a rafter. This is getting stupid. This is really getting dumb. Well, our power came back on. I'm just building the framework here to hold my strings that I'm going to put up. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I overthink stuff. And I don't always know how to get past that. It's actually super helpful when I have other people around sometimes that have different ideas. Oh, you know what? I don't always know the most direct way to complete something. I've always been that way though. Try to keep it simple, but kick that in so that can't move. just a string. Oh yeah, laser. So I'm going to measure down 10 3/8 from the laser line that I've got. This is just the ground, I'm trying to level the ground. I'm going to have to level the mill again with the screw jacks on it. It's going to be a good use of a screw. All right, this out of my face. Now this is right in the way, so that's awesome. Oh, that's right at that height. It isn't a good height. So the sawmill needs absolutely at least 16 inches of clearance from the pole to where the 6x6 sits because of the way that it is. I think I went a little bit extra too. Looks like right here is 20. I think I'll go with 20. And I can lay my strings right on there. I'm gonna do a string on the back first, try to get that good, and then I'll lay another string out front to do this. I don't want to have to be stepping over a string. Oh, this is old already. Jumping over this. So what I can do with this is now I can just have something that I can just measure down to the ground. Again, there's probably a dozen easier ways to do this. Something like that. So I can actually start to check. I'm gonna have to chip away at some of that. This right here is still frozen solid. It's sawdust. I've scraped off the top. So about 31 3/4. 31 3/4. Oh, well, that's good news. It's better than I thought. I like using this. Kind of just pound it down until it's right. So basically, I'm just gonna hit these points that I've marked along this board because there's 2x6s underneath the 6x6s that it sits on. Once I have the front, the back and the front right on those spots, I'll make it right between them. Try to get it nice and compact. So that was 31.5 back there. See, that's a little lower. So I think I'll fill that up a little bit. If there is anything. Steal some gravel from out here. Soupy gravel. I've gone over this a bunch with the rake, this big landscape rake. I'll try to get these edges cut back a little bit here. Just like an iceberg. Not going to get the mill back in here today. Well, unless maybe. I'm still going to skid out the big log that I cut yesterday. And I'd like to get that cut into the additional 6x12. If I can get all that done, then yeah, maybe I could get the mill back in here. I won't be dragging the mill back in, that's for sure. I dragged it out, but it's going to have to be lifted and placed. Ooh, that's going to go down 1/2 of an inch. So in this case, I'll probably scoop a little out because that's a lot to just tamp down. All right, so there's the back. So I'm just going to clean up in between. Slimy mess. I'm going to move that string over. I think this is 3 feet wide. So 3 feet to the outside. I'm going to go right to it. Then I can just move this over. Be nice to get this ground fixed up, and then maybe it can dry out a little while I'm getting that other big log cut. Gonna do this operation again now. 31 1/4, 31 1/8, 30 3/4, 31 5/8. So that's a little low. 31 1/4. Not too bad overall, I don't think. Give me that. The more I hit it, the soupier it gets. Gotta love spring. Making mud pie. Sure, this is a real compelling video. Watching a guy hit dirt. I'm gonna leave that a little high because I have a feeling it's gonna shrink. Is that the sun? Yep, that's good. Now I just need to get between those decent. Get rid of this string. I can't believe the sun came out. There, get that out of my face. This one's kind of trash, so just chuck it out here. Here I can take just a tiny little bit out and then pound it flat. Ideally a little bit lower in the middle so it doesn't rock. This is looking pretty good. Honestly, the reason I bought the mill is because I wanted to build some cool stuff. I bought the mill back in 2021 because of all the stupidness that was going on then. Building materials were super expensive. And I said, well, shoot, I can buy a sawmill for less money than what it would cost for us to pay for materials. So that's what I did. Well, I guess it's time to skid a log. I'm pretty happy with this. Probably looks like crap, but once the sawmill's back in here, probably bring what gravel I have left and fill this up some. Once the rest of this building is built, all in through, starting way over there, coming all the way down, I need to kind of make it dished out a little bit for drainage, and I want to go up that way more and kind of cut it out. My favorite. At least we don't need that running. Say that, immediately find one that's attached. Everything's soaked too, but I don't want to just go inside and sit on the couch. Don't. Rather than keep moving this, I think I'm going to cut my log into some chunks, try to pull it out. I guess it's no surprise that the inside of this is rotten. Probably gonna have to cut off a good chunk of it before I get anything usable, which is a damn shame. It's treacherous down here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut like 8 feet off of that and See what it looks like. I gotta go sharpen the saw. Your neighbor's chickens sound like something out of a horror movie. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Probably nothing I can do to get that out. Gotta be good for it. Well, it's actually solid there. Problem is, it takes a hard turn. I love wasting my time. 15. 18 right there. I would have just cut another 2 or 3 feet off down there, but if you do that enough times, it's useless. The 8-footer that's there now might have some rot in the middle, but I can get some good lumber around the outside edges of it. So let's see if I can do this without pinching this burr. I am glued to the ground. Oh. This is absolute misery. Start pulling these things out. I'm gonna get some hose to run down from the house so I can run the pressure washer to clean these things up. Wire brush wears on you. Yeah, maybe I'll pull these logs out too that were sitting here before. Start with those, work my way down. It'll be freaking August by the time this is dried up. This round of logging, hopefully I'll have enough logs cut that I can do something that isn't logging. This mud is maddening. I am about to be crazy. I'm actually going to shift gears again. The mill's in the way of pulling the logs out. It's got such a tilt there. Let's put the mill back in. It's just going to make it more difficult for cutting that last 18-footer, but can't be harder than this. And walking back and forth through that mud right now, that's I don't know what that is. Some sort of insanity. I mean, it looks like it's draining a little bit, but I guess I need to get over here with the shovel and cut some trenches. Is just like poop. Well, it could be genius or stupid. I don't know. I want to be able to grab this so that it's balanced, but I can't get in tight with the forks with the sawmill carriage. But if I move it back and grab it further over this way, will this side balance it out? I think it will. So I'm gonna just kind of loosely ratchet strap that and give it a try. Not exactly good. It's a little floaty. I think if I strap the other side down, it should be alright. This tire going flat. Looking at this thing again. I guess I gotta check the air pressure on that. That's the one I replaced. Yeah, let me try to strap that down, I guess. Hopefully that's enough to keep it from sliding around on there. This mud is just... I got it hooked on the fork like that. Hopefully that'll be okay. Hey, I'm beyond annoyed today. A little dicey. We'll go easy. looking pretty good. That's beautiful. I'm trying to get it parallel to the post. I got space here. I think I'm going to set her down. Well, it's back. It looks really good too. Once this glacier of sawdust melts, I can dig this out of here, but it's a couple inches towards the tractor more than it used to be. But that's not a bad thing. I got plenty of space. I think I'm gonna try to work on getting this like dialed in level now on the bed, on the rails. And then once I do that, I think I'm going to quit for the day because I'm getting really frustrated. Struggling might be funny for you, but it gets old for me. I'm going to put this laser to use. I'm going to put some masking tape on here in a few places. What I'll do is I'll put a mark on it and then run this up and down and see what it looks like. Another thing I want to do too, once I get this nice and flat, is I want to loosen all the bolts on this guy. Give it a good shake and then tighten everything back up once it's sitting square, because I've moved this thing around here and there and everywhere else. Once I get this semi good, I will probably, I need to measure each one of these log bunks. I kind of just want to see where those are at in relation to the rails. I feel like there's some variation in those. I might possibly use some shims. I don't know if it's worth it or not. I don't know if it's worth it to do more than two of these either, so I'll draw a pencil line on those. Doesn't quite hit the other side. Not a very good laser. Hopefully I don't need to adjust it at all. This was all adjusted when it was sitting on level ground before. That has not moved at all. Maybe a little lower right there. Showing enough to get too wound up about. Yeah, it's about 3/8 of an inch, no, about 3/16 of an inch low right there, which means this is high. So I wonder if I just come down here and whack on this for a bit, jostle it around. Boy, it's pretty solid. Probably what I should do is leave it for now and then revisit here in a few days. Let it settle in. This is low here. The laser's above my line. It's getting worse. Getting worse. Yeah, it's about 1/4 of an inch there. And on this one, it's the wrong way. The laser line's under my mark. So that's high, this is low. Yep. I'm annoyed, so I'm gonna pin this thing down in the middle and call it a day. We just had enough. Tractor tire's still leaking air. It's keep going, I'll have a country song. While you might find that entertaining, I will not. Can I use this stump? Thanks.